It looks like Apple would be affected by the Huawei ban if China decides to strike back to the US. The 2019 iPhones just received certification in a database, and there are a ton of variants. And if you're planning to buy a Galaxy S10, you should really wait for a color option that seems to be in the works. I'm Jaime Rivera, and honestly, with this whole drama with the US and China, I wonder what would be a good meme for this show. This is Pocketnow Daily, brought to you by Brave. The official news today begin with deals to a certain degree. If you're in the market for a smart speaker, the HomePod would be the last one I'd recommend, but I know that there are a ton of people out there that are in the Apple ecosystem. So right now, the certified refurbished black variant of the HomePod can be found for $194. Obviously, again, it's only a 3-month warranty, but if you're in the market, I mean, why not? Now, let's talk about Facebook and WhatsApp. The sad combination. I wish that WhatsApp wasn't owned by Facebook. Thing about it is, WhatsApp founders never wanted to monetize them. Now they're out. Facebook has now confirmed in a convention that they're going to monetize WhatsApp through stories, just like what we see with Instagram stories. Apparently, we're getting that as of 2020. So let's start looking for another messaging service. How about that? Now, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy S10. Continues to be one of our favorite phones. Apparently, there is a Cardinal Red variant that just got leaked. Not exactly sure if it's going to be an exclusive for any region. I hope that it comes to the United States. Whatever the case may be, if you're in the market, I would wait for that color. And let's move the spotlight over to iPhones. We've been covering Stove iPhone 11 leaks for the longest time. The funniest part is that it just got certified in Eurasian entities. And the funny part is there are 11 variants. iPhone 11, 11 variants. And so obviously there are different variations of each product depending on what region because of the bands that have to be supported. So that's the main reason why there are 11 variants. Apparently 3 of the 10R, 3 of the 10S, 3 of the 10S Max, and we're trying to scratch our heads over the last 2. Whatever the case may be, stay tuned, we'll keep you posted. And finally, the most interesting news today have to do with, again, the China versus United States. The fact that, we know the ban for Huawei, but we've already got publications that are speculating what could happen if things got flipped over towards Apple. If you've noticed, Apple stock has been down repeatedly for the last couple of days ever since the ban came into effect. And the main reason why is because, China has already sent out a formal claim over what's happening to Huawei. And the rumors are that this could be happening to Apple. And so worst case scenarios have already been predicted by all analysts. Apple would lose 29% of its business, meaning up to $15 billion. And this is just in case China decides to ban iPhones or Apple products to be sold within China. The question is, what happens if China also decides to ban iPhone production in China, which is also in the table, and that could be even more catastrophic for Apple. The question down below is, what do you think? I mean, do you think that it's fair if the US is doing this to Huawei? Do you think that it's fair for China to do it to Apple? Because in my case, I don't necessarily think it's fair. Watch our episode of The Weekly tomorrow, mainly because one of the things that I mentioned is that, it's not like if China hasn't been banning Google services from working in China. So I think that, I don't necessarily think that banning more US companies would be a fair thing. This is just China getting part of what's happened since China started banning US services, but this is my opinion. Obviously, I could be wrong. We would love to know what you think in the comments down below. Today's episode of the Pocketnow Daily is brought to you by Brave. Brave is a web browser that works on your desktop or mobile, is based on Chromium so your plugins work, is ad-free, and is up to 8 times faster than Chrome. It's secure, no trackers following your steps, and you can earn BAT cryptocurrency and even reward publishers you like with it. Follow the link in the description below to learn more about what makes Brave so cool. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to both our channels, English and Spanish, for more videos like this one. And also follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram. And sure, you can follow my personal handles in case you want to see some weird running photos. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.